Hello, my friends, and well, nothing special here except for me with a message to all who are going through all this mess that we are going through. Now, I know since we've passed March and April is sort of rolling around, we are going through a lot of this mess, considering that the world is is basically, in a word, paralyzed because of this pandemic. A lot of things have closed down for a time being until everything will slowly get back to normalization. And I mean normalization by the way of us not going out to certain places with masks and whatnot. Certain establishments will be reopened, and for some reason, our everyday lives will be back to what it would normally be. For those who are working, yeah, employment is sort of a thing now because of this whole scare. A lot of people are pretty much either unemployed or just off until further notice. The thing I find funny about this is that as a voice actor, well, I'm not affected by this. And yet the funny thing is, in the news that I've read online, plenty of voice actors are pretty much dying. And it's a sad thing because, well, it is one of the it is sort of a stressful job because you have to take multiple takes sometimes. And even for someone like me, which I'm doing work as a Let's Player, what I do is work on here, okay? So, the thing is, we have to be careful as well because guess what? We're doing multiple takes. Some take 3, some take 5. And other times, we just want to get through that one good take and send it in and let it go. Because really, that's the whole point of the voice acting. If you manage to get that one good take out of the many takes that you do, and you send it off, and they happen to like it, that pretty much sells itself. So, another thing I need to point out about this is that whatever you do, you can go by what the media says, but I pretty much would say don't. Because, a lot of things have been closed down out of safety for us. That means conventions, they're closed until further notice. So, Anime Expo and other cons related to that level are closed down until next year. But the good thing is everything is rolled over, so don't have to pay for anything. They just say, "Oh, well, your badge is your badge is still good. Oh, here you go, 2021." And it's a funny thing because it's like, oh, it's 20 double X. I'm going to Anime Expo and find out that um it's not the biggest thing to miss. I won't be missing anything. I'm letting you know. Because that's the reason why I do Kamikame every year around this time. Well, not around this time, but I ready my stuff for, say, part of May into June and goes all the way until, say, September. Or how much I have for this year that I got, that I post. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. And hopefully from then on, okay, it won't be so long to where I could post 2, maybe 3 games in one day. And mind you, like I said, for me, I'm really not affected by it. The only thing I have to worry about is my voice. That's the one thing I have to worry about. Since I do work as a voice actor and I do auditions, I have to make sure my voice is on the level. Another thing I've noticed that now most people would get scared about this because it is a thing. But the thing is, don't be scared about it. It's best you be cautious about it, but don't be scared. And I would say, and this is pretty much a test to all of humanity. If you really look at it, it's really a test to see, can we survive this? Because we all got cabin fever. Look at it like this. We all got cabin fever, and if we don't get out every once in a while and play it safe, we are pretty much going to drive each other mad. And the thing is, it's universal. See, the one thing that most people forget is that we all live on this planet together. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what creed you grew up with, and whatever else there is that is going on. The thing is, we're on this planet together. And what goes on this planet, we got to deal with this. I remember I did an assignment a while back, and it was Winston Churchill. And I remember I kept doing, we will not do da da da. You remember his finest hour, finest hour, that's what it's called. I would say the same thing here. This is our finest hour. I mean, even though people will ultimately snap, it's going to happen because it's ordered that, stay in as much as you can. Mind you, I can do that. Stay in as much as I can as long as I have something for the house. As long as I bring something in for the house. That means as long as I keep the pantry stacked, as long as I keep the fridge stacked, as long as whatever is needed for me to make a meal for myself, as long as I have those materials on hand, and even if I don't, but as long as I have a way to get to, say, Subway, McDonald's, or something like that, it's really not a big deal. The big deal is being safe. That's a big deal. Being cautious, that's a big deal. I don't really care much for social distancing because really, I don't have cooties. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with an adult version of cooties. That's what social distancing really is. It's an adult version of cooties. You're breathing on me. No, I'm not. If I'm breathing on you, I'm sorry. I have to breathe. I had to breathe from my nose. I had to breathe from my mouth. And for one thing at a time, I had to live. Okay? We all had to live. Me especially, because I'm the only person I had to take care of at this point in time. Because even though I might, calls may be coming through and everything, and 90% of the time, I don't answer the goddamn phone anyway. Because what's the point of it? Nobody, there are no calls. There's no reason for me to make a call. Unless if it was to, say, my relatives. Make sure they were okay. I'm mainly on here most of the time. Either I'm with friends or I'm on the PS4 playing 14 just to kill the time, just because, oh hey, bills coming. Guess what? They come in next month. Guess what that means? I have to go out next month. I have 3 days, or rather 2 days, to take care of the bills. Guess what? I go out, I take care of them, I go back home. I get something to eat on the way upon going back home. It's all about maintaining that level of normalcy. It's not going to be fully normal, but as long as you can maintain a certain level about said normalcy. That's what it's really about. And another thing, too, I can understand that people do get pissed off. I'm in California. People get pissed off all the damn time. Mainly because they might have a shitty day. And where do most people go to? 7-Eleven. Most people, they go to 7-Eleven when they don't have time for the store. Because let me tell you, when this whole thing broke out, when I tried going to say Smart and Final, there was a line. A line of people about yay long from to where the gate is to say almost where the next building is. And I just said, you know what? All I want to do is just get myself some ramen. I can't do that. I just want to get some soup. I can't do that. I want to get some Chef Boyardee. I can't do that. I want to get some bread, salad mix, whatever I want to get to last for, say, 2 weeks. Borderline 3 weeks if I stretch it out right. I want to get stuff so I can cook. So I can stretch it out for, say, 3 or 4 days. Because I've learned from my mom, you can make a meal stretch for at least a good week if you play it right. Guess what I'm doing? I'm doing just that. I'm making sure I eat every day. Another thing of note, like I said, people do get upset. People do get angry. And it helps if you just basically say, go ahead, get it out your system. They might look at it funny, but it's like, no, really, get it out your system. You're pissed just like the whole rest of us are. But we have to maintain a level of normalcy. It is what it is. The situation is everybody's scared. Everybody's on edge. Everybody don't need to be like that, but the truth is the truth. We're all on, say, if there was a certain color right now, we're all on the highest level of red possible. We're on blood red. We're all scared because this thing is killing people. Only because of one thing. We don't take care of ourselves. That's another thing. And I hope and pray that after this whole thing blows over, that you don't. Anyone out there who is listening to this video, or if you're watching this video, or whatever it is, take what I said hard. You only have one life in this world. The best thing you can do is make the best use of it and take care of yourself. That means you wash your hands, you wash your face. Hell, need be, go for the extension. Wash your everything. That means wash your ass. Make sure you're clean. Make sure you're healthy. Make sure you maintain a level of personal hygiene for yourself. That's the only thing. That means brush your teeth, wash your face, take care of your hair, take care of all of you that needs to be taken care of. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks. No, you have to take care of you. I mean, I'm one guy who basically plays video games. And on top of that, I do auditions for many projects aside from what I do on YouTube. But yet, at the same time, I got issues going on around me that basically I don't want to be part of, but I have to basically lean back, observe, and if people ask me, do I need help, I am going to say yes. Please give me that help I need because I can't do all this shit that I'm doing now. I said I will take care of the bills. I will take care of the food and everything else. I will make sure I get myself something out of all this madness. I do it month after month after month. Because nobody else will do it. The fact of the matter is, we're all being tested. Me included. But the thing is, I can't worry about this. Got plenty of things that keep me busy. I have books. I have model kits. I have a jigsaw puzzle. I have a game system that's sitting right next to me that doubles as a DVD player. If I need to, I can always watch something on my PS4. I also have the TV in the background that sometimes I have basically on, and I never watch the news because I don't like the news. I don't like reading the news. And even though I scroll down through, say, Facebook, I'm really just like scroll. If anything's interesting, I'll say something. But otherwise, I'm not doing jack shit. The same thing with Twitter. Twitter, I'm basically looking up things about voice acting and whatnot. Because the news is depressing. I don't like to read depressing news. There's so many things that are going on. And how many people have to say one goddamn thing that basically says the same thing? This person died. How many sources are going to say this person died? It's like, oh, just in case you missed it, this person died. It's like, how many voice actors died within this short amount of time? I said, shit. Cindy Bear's voice actress passed away because of COVID. I said, aside from that, Leon Kennedy's voice actor passed away recently, as well as Peppy Hare's voice actor passed away recently. I forgot his name, but he played Mace Hughes on Fullmetal Alchemist, the Japanese version. Hage no Renkin Jinsuji. He passed away, but not from, this virus. He passed away from cancer, I believe. I mean, most of these things that are coming out, yeah, people are dying, but not from this disease, not from this virus. They're either dying from mainly a disease that has been around and they had to deal with it for many long years because they hadn't taken good care of themselves. Me, the only thing I'm worried about is getting my medicine to keep myself alive. And all I'm doing is just doing that. That's the only thing I'm basically doing. I'm basically making sure that I don't have another heart attack. It's hard enough that I have to deal with trying to deal with every single week, every single day, that I'm doing these videos, whether they're 30 minutes to maybe 2 to borderline 3 hours. And even the comments I get, if they actually matter. If they do, that's good. To me, okay, it's the same thing. It's great content. Yeah, I know it's great content. Thank you. I like hearing something, human. I like human interaction. I like to hear from my own people who actually do watch my videos. Or listen to them. Or probably even give their feedback when, I sometimes ask for feedback. Because even if you don't have anything to say, the fact that you do have something you want to say is great. It's refreshing. It's wonderful that you're sharing your feedback about this one video or many other videos beyond that. Maybe even in the past, and I get more from my archives than I do from now. My recent videos. The thing that we're all dealing with, we got different things that are going on. So people die no matter where you look. And guess what? That only means one thing. It's the sign of the times. People been around for I don't know how long. Maybe longer than as long as I've been living. And, 41. I'm currently 41 years old. So guess what that means? I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. I'm new to the business of voice acting because I don't know what direction I may take voice acting. I may have to update everything as far as my software is concerned. If I had to add something, I probably do have to add something. But I'm trying to basically put in whatever kind of work I'm doing, whatever kind of work I'm being given. I'm doing what I can to do for myself. Just to say, oh, hey, what I'm doing is not a waste of time. It is not basically, I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm not doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, I've been doing stuff all my life. I've been working most of my life. From being a student to a volunteer teacher to being on YouTube and now getting into the industry. That's all I'm doing. All this, and I have to work with a disability. And the fact that I worry about my heart sometimes. Because let me tell you, it is not easy. So, oh, you're worried about an invisible virus? Me? I'm more worried about getting through one day, 1 week, 1 month. I have to deal with a whole bunch of shit that basically is the same old thing. And there are times I just want to get one good day's worth of rest. Not sleep, rest. To where everything will quiet down to where I can hear myself think. I can hear myself work. I can hear myself pull out my potential in no matter what the hell I'm doing. So the thing here is, my problem is no bigger than anybody else's. You're worried about your family? Okay, that's understandable. Most of mine aren't around anymore. And thank God they aren't around anymore. They're in a better place than where we are now. They don't have to worry about this mess. And if you have family and you're stuck in there with them, I suggest that you make the most of what you can with them. You spend time with them. You make every moment count with them. That's what you need to do now. Don't worry about this whole thing with this virus, because there's nothing you can actually do except make sure you keep yourself sane and keep yourself clean. And if you got to go out, make sure you be careful as you do. Make sure you wear a mask when, say, your city is not quote unquote on lockdown, but you can go to, say, stores and whatnot. Me, I don't want to go to a store. I usually do online shopping anyway. Because like I said, I don't go to work. Work goes to me. I get sent work. And you've seen it on some of my videos that sometimes you see something from VOC Ad. That's basically my work coming in. And I have 3 days to do it, maybe 5, maybe 2. I don't know how it is, what the system is, but I have a job to do. And it usually takes about a good hour just to get that one good take. And it might take multiple takes because maybe I'm reading it too fast, maybe I'm reading it too slow, but I have to make it just right for me as well as for where I have to send off the recording. But really, the thing here is, as far as we know, the most important thing is you keep your head on. You keep it straight. You can worry all you want about what's going to happen next, right after this. You can make jokes about it all you want. Even though it's a serious situation, yeah, there is a little bit of humor in all this. I don't know how it works, but there you go. Me, the only thing I can do at this point in time, make it all work out. And that's all you have to do. Just make everything work out. And like I said, you have family, make sure you spend time with them. And cherish it. That's the most important thing. You cherish what you got in front of you. And cherish those from afar too. Who you have and what you have, that's most important. That is the most important thing that most people just don't see. We are in troubled times. We are not in the end of days. No, where we are is we are in troubled times. And it's like we have to keep ourselves together. Like the other night, we at RCO Industries, we had ourselves a stream playing Quiplash for 3 hours straight. All we did was we laughed, we made terrible jokes, we basically took the edge off ourselves for 3 whole hours. Basically just that. We just sat around on Discord, basically playing one game for 3 solid hours, and all we're doing is laughing. We're shooting the shit. We're laughing. We're getting the edge off. We're enjoying ourselves until basically we say, you know what? That was a good night. Next time we do this, it'll be around whatever. Sound good with you? Sound great with me. I'm happy I was a part of it. Because guess what? It takes a lot off what's going on. And if you don't do that, then I don't know what to say. Because you have to find some kind of enjoyment. You have to find some kind of enjoyment in order to make your time worth it. Make your time worth it. Don't work. The one thing is you don't work. That's the main thing. And you hear this line before. It is what it is. So, yeah, you can't do much anything else except just say, I don't know what else I can do. Because there isn't anything else you can do. So, for me, what I'm doing is just that. I got a lot of time now to basically work on projects, basically play catch up with some, and do a lot of pre-recording ahead of time. And thankfully, I do have a few games that are done. And all I'm doing is putting together more projects together so I can post them, so I can make more projects or more Let's Plays for the channel just for you guys to enjoy, because why not? And even though if for some reason I draw blanks, I don't mean to draw blanks, but it is what it is with me. Sometimes I draw blanks in my projects. Sometimes I'm into it to where I can't really talk so much. Talk well as I should say. But you should know, I'm enjoying myself. So, guys, from the bottom of my heart, for those who have subbed to this channel, thank you very much. If I have piqued your interest in whatever games, whatever projects I put up for the last 10 years, great, wonderful. I have done my job, and I've done it to the best of my ability. As well as those I've subbed to, they have done their job to the best of their ability to suit your entertainment needs. They don't have to be popular, but as long as they pique interest with you, that's great. They're doing what they're doing. Some have more videos than others, but that's okay. We're not in a race. Because guess what? this together. Like I said, we'll make do, and we'll make it through this together. That's all I can say. Because guess what? This too shall pass. So, this is your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, Pookie Izzy 7. And that's it. Be safe, everyone. Live through this. And don't live in fear.